Starting a business is not a small feat, especially in a competitive market like Canada.
From an education perspective, I understood that urban planning is something that it interests me, it excites me. There's a lot of potential in that field.
Raza's journey is an excellent reminder that overcoming challenges is possible with the right mindset and perseverance. For those of you considering starting your venture, remember that every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow and refine your vision.
I believe that having a strong game plan and having actionable, like work backwards, is my biggest suggestion, meaning this is my goal, this is what I want to achieve.
Folks, let's emphasize the power of purpose in business. As Raza pointed out, having a strong sense of purpose can guide your decisions and keep you grounded. Welcome to the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast. I'm your host, SK, and we are excited to bring you another episode in which we dive into the dynamic world of entrepreneurship and innovation. Today, we will explore strategic planning and the importance of team structure and purpose through the lens of our special guest, who is at the forefront of digital innovation in smart cities. We are very thrilled to have remarkable Raza Jafri, a world-renowned speaker, investor, and global entrepreneur who has built organizations from the ground up with a strong focus on social impact and human centric values. Join us as we explore Raza's journey and discuss the strategies that have driven his success. We will also provide insights into the future of smart city technology and the role of purpose in business. Raza, good afternoon. Welcome to the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me, SK.
It's always a pleasure to sit with entrepreneurs in our studio. We are all eager to explore your journey, like particularly how you have managed to integrate social impact with cutting edge technology in your ventures. Your expertise, Raza, in building and leading organizations is truly inspiring for each and every small business owner. Raza, you have had a remarkable journey from starting out in Canada to building a global presence with MetaWorldX. Your experience is a testament to what's possible with determination and a clear vision. What were some of the biggest challenges you faced when starting your business in Canada, and how did you overcome them?
Yeah, that's a great question. First of all, I want to thank you so much for allowing me to be here and sharing my journey with you. It's truly an honor to see, Canadian entrepreneurs being shown to each other so that we can help each other and grow. My journey, it started with, so I'm born and raised here in Canada. I grew up in Montreal, and I graduated in urban planning. And I always wanted to do something for our cities, for our infrastructure. And I just felt that, there wasn't much being done from a proactive perspective. Everything was very reactive. Potholes, find the potholes, fill them up, development as well. So growing up, I played a game called SimCity. You remember that one? I still play. So essentially, in SimCity, the whole concept is developing an urban environment that is conducive to increasing the quality of life, allowing citizens to have a really really good experience, and basically giving them the services that they need. Why can't we do that in the real world? Today, with AI and digital technology, we can have that kind of social impact. We just need, government, municipalities to push the boundaries. And luckily here in Canada, it's starting to happen. So my journey as an entrepreneur came out of, a need, a desperation to see change, not just in our country, but everywhere else. And luckily for MetaWorldX, for our organization, we're all over the world, even though we're based right here in Canada. So it's an exciting time.
Right. Rather, when like after graduating, like when the idea of MetaWorldX came to your mind?
So the idea for MetaWorldX, in its essence, was always there. I believe, like from childhood, the hope to create something that's that simplifies planning, urban planning, simplifies design, and explaining the story of what's coming and helping what's happening right now, whether it's infrastructure projects or engineering and architecture, or even visualizing the future of our waterfront. Right, that was always a dream. So it was always in the back of my mind, but I needed the tools. The tools are, there's obviously, you have to understand that to work with municipalities and cities, there's a lot of loops that you have to get through. So, from an education perspective, I understood that urban planning is something that, it interests me, it excites me. There's a lot of potential in that field. But when I graduated, the world was going through an economic downturn, and it ended up being a blessing in disguise. I couldn't find a job in my field, so I moved to
Which
Toronto.
year was that?
The year was I'm just gonna should reveal my age, 2009.
2009.
Yeah,
Okay.
and 2008, 2009. So I ended up moving to Toronto from Montreal, and my eyes opened up here. I realized that there's so much potential. There's a huge need, and if our generation doesn't step up to the plate, then things are gonna get very difficult for future generations. With smog, pollution, climate change being a serious threat, we're seeing it today. So the concept of digital twins and MetaWorldX was to be able to see what's happening and do something about it from an emergency preparedness perspective, or a tactical planning perspective. And we're seeing the results now of this digital journey here in Canada and throughout the world.
Right. And that's like how your upbringing and background played a significant role in shaping your entrepreneurial journey.
Yeah, so upbringing has a lot to do with your entrepreneurial journey. Sometimes, the frustrations you go through in life are not a bad thing. You just have to. It's about perspective. You have to shake it and then use it as energy to push you forward, and surround yourself with entrepreneurs or forward thinkers. Your environment has a lot to do with where you end up going in life. For me, I come from a very humble family, middle class. My dad's an aeronautical engineer. He worked at Air Canada for a long time, and it allowed us to travel. And I think traveling really benefited my mindset and my growth at a young age, because it allowed me to understand and respect other cultures, and see that, what, here in Canada, we are so fortunate. We are so fortunate to be in a country that is safe, that has so much opportunity, so much potential, but we also have a responsibility. And I think that was something that was always in the back of my mind growing up, that if you have all these opportunities and gifts, you have to learn how to use them to help others.
Yeah, it's very, very important to learn how to use it. Like, yeah, it's really inspiring to hear how you have navigated these challenges to achieve success. I want to connect with our listeners out there. Starting a business is not a small feat, especially in a competitive market like Canada. Raza's journey is an excellent reminder that overcoming challenges is possible with the right mindset and perseverance. For those of you considering starting your venture, remember that every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow and refine your vision. So now moving forward, like building a successful business requires not just a vision but a solid plan. Your ability to develop and execute a strategic game plan has been key to MetaWorld X growth. Can you walk us through the process of developing a game plan for MetaWorldX?
Yeah, so the game plan, first of all, as an entrepreneur, you have to be very flexible. Um, First of all, you know, this, entrepreneurs have to work odd hours
So
sometimes.
when you say flexible, like what can you define in
Yeah,
more easy way?
so flexibility with your schedule, with your relationships, with your time, with how you utilize your time. So when I speak at universities, I usually tell students that, look, there's four very important things in your day. Your time wisely. One is your relationship with yourself. Whether it could be spiritually or just building yourself, your personality, your character, your health, your family, and your career. These are four very important pillars that help you stay focused and guided. Because if you are not focused as an entrepreneur, you will you will lose traction and momentum. Momentum is key in any business setting. And I believe that nobody understands you better than yourself. So you have to spend time with yourself, really understanding your strengths and your weaknesses. And don't worry about your weaknesses, because you can always build on that. You can learn more. You can surround yourself by people from those industries and gain that knowledge. But really celebrate your strengths and be proud of the work that you're achieving, because you're doing it to better your life and your family's life.
Right. Are there any specific books that you recommend to any other entrepreneurs that you're reading at the moment?
So during my when I was doing my executive MBA at Queen's, there was a lot of books that we read, and I would recommend all of them. There are what I truly believe is making sure that whatever you're reading, there's a lot of books right now, especially on entrepreneurialism and building a startup. Focus on, there's Malcolm Gladwell, for example, Blink. Books like that can really, make you look inside yourself, because everybody has potential. Can we say that this is my potential? You can't always tangibly express it, but you can understand yourself by learning from others' experiences, and look for books and articles and mentors that don't just talk about their success, but also their failures. You can learn a lot from other people's failures, because failures on a journey of success are meant to happen. They must happen.
Yeah, a lot of successful entrepreneurs, they have said failure is the best teacher.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And Radha, what were some critical steps you took to ensure your vision become a reality?
Critical steps I took to ensure my vision becomes a reality. So my vision is an ongoing process. I have macro goals and micro habits to chase those goals. And those micro habits include, for example, being here with you, SK. This is part of my entrepreneurial journey. When I speak to you, I learn more about myself and I'm able to help others. And that is part of my macro goal. I want to help others. And taking MetaWorldX globally requires not just building the most amazing digital visualization technology with AI. It also requires understanding why we're doing it and who we're doing it for. So having that reflection is critical.
Yeah, and this question why is very, very important for everyone.
It's the most fundamental question that you have to answer, because it's what gets you out of bed. It's what helps you build the stronger bonds and relationships with your coworkers, your employees, your family, all the people around you, which is your support system, right. The why.
Right. Thank you for sharing your insights on that, Raza. Raza, your insights on team structure and leadership has been incredibly valuable, and I'm sure our listeners are taking notes. We will take a short break, but when we come back, we will dive into the role of purpose in business and how it can drive long-term success. So stay with us.
You dreamt big. You made the leap. You and your "we're not stopping at small" business. Doesn't matter you've never done it before. You unlock those problems. You adapt to change. You learn to evolve. You're pioneers in challenging times, finding your own frontiers. Wherever you e-commerce, UPS is with you. So nothing is going to hold you back.
4 billion people check their email every day. That's 4 billion missed opportunities if your message doesn't make it. To reach your customer's inbox, you need a winning strategy. And Constant Contact delivers. Literally, over 97% deliverability. Elevate your email game with easy-to-use templates, writing assistants powered by AI, and in-depth metrics. Ensuring your email is flawless, delivered, and read. Constant Contact delivers. Give it a try.
At IHG Hotels and Resorts, we're in the business of you.
We're here to help you plug in,
Connect and recharge.
make an impression,
and meet with confidence. With 19 brands built for business,
your business gets even more rewarding.
With an award-winning loyalty program at 6,000 IHG hotels and resorts worldwide.
Welcome back to the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast. We have been having an enlightening conversation with Raza Jafri. Before the break, we discussed the importance of team structure and leadership. Now, let's shift our gears and explore how having a clear purpose can guide decision making and impact business. As everyone knows, like over 98% of businesses in Canada are small businesses, SMEs, like contributing to 70% of private sector jobs. What advice do you have for small business owners in Canada developing their business plan?
Yes. So the timing right now is very interesting. There's a lot happening with interest rates. It's not as easy for an entrepreneur to get money or access capital. I believe that having a strong game plan and having actionable, like work backwards is my biggest suggestion, meaning this is my goal, this is what I want to achieve, but it will require these steps, and then start with step one. I always tell people that, talk to people who've been through that journey, who are in that industry. A lot of people these days are actually taking a step back from their careers and they're considering, okay, how do I become an entrepreneur? The question shouldn't be how do I become an entrepreneur? It's how do I refine my skills, right? Important. Because an entrepreneur needs to be able to juggle a lot of things at the same time. And that requires a lot of skills, aside from our daily responsibilities, which is putting food on the table and taking care of our family. To be an entrepreneur is a full-time job, literally
24/7.
24/7, especially if you're working internationally. So I believe it's about making your ultimate goal, finding the micro habits that will get you to that goal, and not just focusing on the theory too much, but focus on the action. Like, even driving to see your client or an investor or something, that's an action. You should be taking that very seriously, be proud of it, because you will not achieve success without being accountable to yourself, so and maximizing your time, utilizing your time is very, very important. So if you have to take a meeting while you're on the road, do it. But be mindful that there's certain things that shouldn't affect, like if you're having a down day in your business journey, do not let it affect your personal life. There should be that separation, that healthy balance, because being an entrepreneur is a journey. It's not a destination. You're always evolving. You're always learning. There's ebbs and flows, ups and downs. So enjoy the journey.
What is the practical tips to other entrepreneurs on maintaining their work and life balance?
Yeah, so there's definitely a lot of difficulties in work-life balance these days because, the cost
especially
of living
for
is very
entrepreneurs,
high.
right?
For entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
I believe for anyone,
Yeah.
even if you're not an entrepreneur, life is not easy right now. And maybe it's never been, but for us living here right now in Canada, we're seeing that people are struggling, and to be able to be like, here's the magic wand and this will solve everything. No, it's all about mindset and perspective and finding that peace in your mind that no matter how difficult the storm is around you, don't let it destroy you or affect you, because true courage and character is built when you're tested. You cannot expect to not go through storms and come out stronger and be a great entrepreneur. These tests are absolutely necessary in building your character and defining what kind of entrepreneur you will become.
Moving forward, Raza, let's discuss about the team building and the role of leadership. As a leader, the way you structure and guide your team can make or break a business. Your leadership at MetaWorldX has clearly been a driving force behind its success. What was your approach to building and structuring your team at MetaWorldX?
So, luckily, building MWX, it wasn't my first tech journey, a tech startup, I have the experience in the past, and I learned a lot from it. And when you're building a team, the team is your DNA, right? The team is your family. The team is a reflection of the direction and the destination that you have, your North Star for your company. So it's very important to choose wisely. Don't just accept anyone into your team. Like, it's just like your home. You won't just invite anyone. So you have to be very mindful of that. Pick them very carefully and define the relationship from the beginning. It can evolve, it can grow, it can scale, but at least you don't want there to be a misunderstanding. Look at their strengths, look at your strengths, the expected deliverables, and also have fun, enjoy. Some people in the team, they may be more, outgoing or introverts versus extroverts, and be respectful of that. A leader has to understand that not everybody is the same, but everybody, deserves to be applauded for their hard work and their good work. And if you're firm and honest and but at the same time respectful, it can go a long way. So the number one lesson for any leader in the world is whatever you do with respect, because these are all human beings.
And following on that, Raza, can you share an example of how strong team structure and leadership have helped you overcome a significant challenge within your own organization?
Yes. So, leadership it's an evolutionary process on the entrepreneurial journey. And when you're looking at your business landscape and, the opportunities, the competition, the direction and all of that, it's really important to see what are your strengths, and be honest to yourself and your team. It doesn't mean you put yourself down. It doesn't mean that you don't believe in yourself. If you believe in yourself and you believe in your company's vision and your purpose and your mission, everyone should be revisiting your purpose, your vision, and your mission every day. Because what it does is it recalibrates us. Sometimes we get so lost in the chaos or the puzzle of the project, or of the direction of the company. That shouldn't happen if we're revisiting our ultimate intention and our goal daily.
Raza, as you just mentioned, the purpose, the vision, and the mission, how do you integrate this in your business strategy, and how does it guide your decision making at MetaWorldX?
I love that question. Every day you have to remind yourself, why are you doing this? For me, MetaWorldX is it's something that I always believed in, even before I even knew what MetaWorldX was or made that company. Because back in 2013, August 5th, 2013, I remember it was the day after my birthday, we got the news that a family friend, he passed away in Montreal, and it was a construction-related accident. That accident could have been avoided. It shouldn't have happened. But the construction company, they had too many screens to look at. Today with AI, if there's an issue, the camera will catch that issue and it'll pop up. That technology didn't exist. You can't blame the world for a technology that hasn't come yet. But you can start putting the puzzle and the pieces together. So when that technology is there, and it is with artificial intelligence now,
better prepared.
You'll be better prepared. Yeah. So I think it all starts with, you want to help people. And MetaWorldX now, the ultimate goal, it's listed on our website. It's listed, all of our customers know this, is to enhance human lives. How do you enhance human lives with AI and digital visualization technology? Well, if there's an emergency, like one of the biggest projects we're working on right now, if there's a fire in that building, our digital twin allows them to get a message on their phone that there's a fire in the building and use this route. So not just the IoT data, but AI giving them route guidance on how to get out of the building safely. So if we could do that in a building, which we're doing right now, we want to be able to do that in a city, on an island. so that
We can save a lot of life. Right?
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And I think that's what makes me feel like it's not work. It's work as in physically I have to do stuff, but it's not work as in it. I don't dread it. I'm not afraid of it. It energizes me to be building MetaWorldX.
Your approach, Raza, shows that success is not just about profit, but also about making a positive impact in other people's life. Folks, let's emphasize the power of purpose in business. As Raza pointed out, having a strong sense of purpose can guide your decisions and keep you grounded, even when faced with tough choices. Whether you are an entrepreneur or working with an organization, reflecting on your purpose can be a game changer for our listeners. It's what keep you motivated and aligned with your goals. Now, moving forward, let's discuss out like overcoming challenges and entrepreneur. Like every entrepreneur faces challenges, but it's how you overcome them that defines your success. Your ability to navigate obstacles have been a key to your growth. What has been one of the biggest challenges you have faced in your entrepreneurial journey, and how did you overcome it so other entrepreneurs can learn from it?
There's many challenges that I've faced as an entrepreneur, and I think having a good support system is very important inside the company and outside the company. Having good advisors, having good mentors, being honest. One of the biggest challenges for me was balancing. I'm a father. Was balancing my time because I have this hyper, excitement to build the company and get it to certain milestones, but at the same time, I also want to spend time with these children and raise them and be just to being to fatherhood. So I think that was one of the big challenges was the family, the balance that I had to create. But luckily, I have a very good support system, and my kids they know what I do. They love it. So it doesn't feel like it's two different worlds. It feels like they complement each other. So I feel that sometimes like I talk to them about certain exciting projects we're working on, and they get excited.
Right.
My son, for example, yesterday he built with number blocks like an airport, because he on the floor he made a digital replica of an airport, and I feel like because he sees what his father
Get inspired,
is
right?
building,
Yeah,
he gets inspired.
Right.
But that inspires me,
Right.
and that in turn inspires me. And it's not just children; it's people in universities, young students. When you share your story with them, they get inspired by you, but you get inspired by them because you're seeing that these kids in this day and age going through another economic crisis are they remind you of yourself. And then it's a full circle. Whatever you're building, give back in however you can. If you can give money, give money. If you can help people, help people. If you can give advice, give advice. But remember that there's someone out there who can benefit immensely from your journey.
And it's very important, Raza, to get the support from the family. Like when you're entrepreneurs, it means a lot, right?
It does. It does. Family is everything. People come and go in your life. Today, someone is working with you as a partner or who's with you in a company. Tomorrow, they're not. But as long as you have your family and you keep them, involved in some way, but also distant in some way to protect them, it's very, very important. Yeah.
Raza, before we wrap up, do you have any key piece of advice for our listeners, especially those who are looking to start or grow their business in the tech space?
Yep. So in the tech space, if you're looking to grow your business right now, first of all, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Not everyone is a techie, and not every techie is an entrepreneur, right? You have to understand that a lot of your journey will revolve around your your focus, your mindset. So when you see a problem, look for problems out there, and there's so many. 20 years from now, they'll be solving problems that are about to happen. So issues have to happen for solutions to be created. So don't let the issues that are surrounding us as a human race put you down. Look at them as an opportunity to find your purpose, your role in becoming a leader.
Right. Raza, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your incredible journey with all of our audience, and the innovative work you are doing at MetaWorldX. It was a pleasure hosting you today.
Thank you so much for having me, and keep up the great work. It's awesome.
Thank you so much. Today, we have covered many topics from entrepreneurship and leadership to the importance of purpose and overcoming challenges. The key takeaway from today's conversation is that you can make a difference in your industry and beyond with vision, resilience, and a commitment to impact. We also want to thank our partners, RBC, UPS, Constant Contact, IG Hotels and Resorts, and our tech partner, Google, for their unwavering support. Subscribe to the Canadian SME Small Business Magazine by visiting our official website, CanadianSME.ca. Thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to sharing more inspiring stories and insights in our next episode.